Louis. All right, team, check this out. So right now, natural gas is making higher highs. So right now, gas is pushing up, but now it looks a little bit more on the overbought side. So I'm gonna be a little busy for the next about 2 hours. I'm driving out right now to Scottsdale. I live in Gilbert, and McLaren of Scottsdale. So this is like really north Scottsdale. And I'm gonna be picking up my McLaren. I went to go take it for the first time ever after owning it for a year for its like annual or second annual oil change. I'm gonna be sharing my experience with you guys. It's unbelievably expensive, and I want to share what it's like to get an oil change with this McLaren, what they do, and how much it costs, and then I'm going to give my opinion at the very end of it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Alright, so I just got my garage clicker out of the GT3 RS, so close this up. There it goes. Hey guys, what do you guys think about my plate? But we're gonna be taking Justin's car. Wow. Oh wow. That's the whole reason you guys are here. I'm gonna do a full breakdown of how much it actually costs for this oil change, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on it. So I'm actually at the dealership right now, Carson and More Auto Group.
What's up, boys?
What's up, what's up? For those that don't know, one of the things that we began doing as a hobby is buying and reselling cars. We were kind of inspired, at least for myself, I was really inspired after the Fast and Furious movies. I'm a huge car guy, car enthusiast, but I'm not huge on losing money, right? So therefore we did our best. We at least put in time and effort to either try to buy a car for the best deal possible, to either minimize the amount of money that we lose, or therefore actually be able to sell it for a profit after we own it for, you know, a couple months. So that's one of the things, like the cars that you guys see in my garage, the Lamborghini Huracan, the Porsche GT3 RS, everything except for my McLaren. My McLaren, I bought it for myself, but every other car other than that, we bought to resell. Now, Caleb and Weston are actually one of the youngest people here in Arizona to fully own and operate a used car lot. And the really cool thing about that is that, well, I'm just viewed as the investor, but I still hopefully get a benefit from the dealer's license from time to time.
He will.
Yeah.
If we have anything, I swear, guys, he's gonna. We made an agreement, you're gonna get it. We don't even have
right.
titles.
But how much do you think it costs? Do you know exactly how much it costs?
For the everything total monthly?
No, for the oil change.
Oh, for your McLaren oil change.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine. That's a whole different level. I would say, I mean, it's probably gonna surprise me.
Yeah, you guys let me know in the comments section what you think. 1,800, that would be a lot?
Yeah. $30 for a normal car at Walmart.
True, okay. So look, just to put into perspective how they charge, right? This is what kind of like irked me a little bit. So they said that they spent 8.5 hours working on the car. That correlated to $1,700 in just labor, okay? So $1,700 there. So you guys can see that it's my 2018 Mclaren 720S Glacier White. One of the things that it moved on over to, I think this is the oil filter, that was about 1 hour, and then at a rate of 41, so $41 for that. And then it goes down to, you know, I was just looking at the big charges. The windshield washer fluid, $127. When it comes down to, yeah, when it comes down to the actual like air filter, $340 for that part. This is the thing that kind of irked me. When it comes down to the actual oil, Mobil 1040, right, A at 15, that's only $127, $128 rounding up. So it's actually only $128 for the oil. But I asked a couple questions. So all together right here, adding all of this up, it should say the final figure. They're telling me like all the different stuff that they're going to add. Let me see.
Mobil 10W40?
Yeah.
How many cords? They tripled their money on that.
So here it goes. This is a complete breakdown. So it's a total of $1,700 in labor, right? As you guys can see there, a total of $955 in parts according to them. $49.95 for shop supplies. $81 for taxes, and the total is $2,828.85.
I don't even know what to say.
So I did ask him a couple of questions because I was genuinely just curious. First of all, I am the least person qualified to ever do an oil change. I 100% I will say that openly. I've never done my own oil change. It's just not where my focus is. Therefore, I've paid for oil changes, but even with the GTR at Nissan, it costs like $240. I asked, is it possible to do your own oil change or to have another shop? And like, yeah, third parties can perform an oil change, but if they don't take, because you actually have to remove some of the fenders to get to like the air filters and all that stuff. So this is a little bit of a different car. So I was like, okay, I understand that. They have to be careful with it. If anything goes wrong, they scratch it, they scratch a panel, then it's on them. So I understand the idea, but when I saw $1,700 in labor, that was just, I dropped off the car, on Tuesday? And they only started working on it, they said 8.5 hours. For someone in 8.5 hours to make $1,700 off of just working with the car, I just found that to be a little absurd. Also like the parts, I understand the parts and all that stuff, but I just find it so mind-boggling that the actual parts themselves cost less. It's almost double just for the service, just for the actual man hours. But again, they have to make their money. I understand that. Let me tell you,
900 in parts.
950, almost $1,000 in parts, but about $1,800 in labor is what they valued it as. One of the things that I did also ask is, what if another shop performs the type of service? One of the things that they let me know is that if they don't have the proper tools from McLaren to reset the type of computer that you did your proper oil change. Also, if you don't do it accordingly or you do the oil change yourself and you don't show the proper warranty, it can potentially void the warranty. And that is not something that I want to get into when it comes down to how expensive that can be. So 100%, I understand that it is unbelievably expensive, right? When it comes down to doing an oil change, by far the most expensive. You can add up every oil change I've ever paid for in my life from all the cars that we owned. I tend to own about 4 to 6 cars a year, and I can promise you they don't add up to nearly $3,000 worth of service on the car. And this is the oil change. This was the second annual oil change. So not the first one, but the second annual. So I would hate to find out how much the brakes cost when that service has to be done. But I at least thought, because I found it to be somewhat interesting, that some of you guys might be interested in learning more about what goes behind the actual oil change itself and how much it actually costs, in my honest opinion about it. It sucks, but again, it's I guess not understandable, but on the business side, I can understand why they charge that. So quick little update, just so you guys have my overall profits on the day. I didn't do exceptionally well. I was only behind my computer or in front of my computer for about an hour and a half of trading, and there wasn't much movement. And then by the time that I had to kind of get going, drive up to North Scottsdale, drive back, and it's pretty much already, the market's almost already closed. Therefore, it wasn't in my best interest to try to continue to trade, especially while I'm driving and dealing with everything that I already had to do here. But I kind of wanted to at least break it down for all those asking. People think that we buy these cars just because, well, first of all, yeah, we do like them, but I think it's in our best interest, and what better way to kind of empower people to try to get the best deal possible with kind of like being a real world example. So Caleb just actually got here as we were filming. So that's Caleb, this is Weston, and together they own and operate Carson and Moore Auto Group. They're my two partners. So I'm just viewed as the investor in this dealership. But it's so cool that, you know, we've been able to turn this kind of hobby that we had, and because of all their hard work, structure, and discipline, they were able to turn it into a profit. So yeah, some parts do suck when it comes down to owning a car, but again, it's really cool having friends like these guys that work super, super hard and making things happen. So I really hope that I earned your thumbs up. Drop any thoughts or comments down in the comment section. Don't forget to join our free investing group. It's gonna be the first link down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at Market Open. If you guys wanna watch me trade live, all you have to do is click that second link, learn a little bit more about the Learn Plan Profit group, and see if it's a good fit for you. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.